You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Wednesday the 1st of October, 2025. It is 9 days after the fall equinox. It is 81 days before the winter solstice. Yom Kippur, the Jewish Day of Atonement, begins tonight at sundown. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 10th day of Vendémiaire, the day of the cuve, the vat. The sun rises today at 6:53 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:45 p.m. The sun sets today at 6:37 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 7:05 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 7:36 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 40 seconds, shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing gibbous phase and is 67% full at midday. The full moon will arrive on Monday, the 6th of October. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the morning, high tide, 5:45 a.m., 1 meter 19. Near midday, low tide, 11:49 a.m., 34 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 6:03 p.m., 1 meter 37. In our shared realm of plants and animals, in the gardens, as annual plants that have completed their life cycle are pulled up, the volunteers, plants that are self-sown, begin to be seen more clearly. Some of these, like a tomato that is probably just 30 days out from its germination in August, is probably doomed. The cold weather will come soon and cut its life short. Morning glories self-seed in profusion all through the summer, but the newest seedlings won't come to much. Still, the number of morning glory seeds in the soil promise to germinate come spring. But the dill that has propagated itself wildly in all corners of the garden should enjoy the autumn and flourish until November. Likewise, Mexican marigolds that are coming to their first maturity have a shot at blooming before the season comes to a hard end. Commemorations. On this day in 1890, the U.S. Congress passed an act creating Yosemite National Park in California. It was one step in a long process that created the preserve that we know today. Yosemite's history is complex. It begins with the Awanichi people, who were the original inhabitants. Their lands were taken in the Mariposa Indian War that ended in 1851. Later, the environmentalist John Muir led the effort to preserve the valley from settlement and exploitation. His notion of a pristine wilderness was key to that effort. We now know that the landscape of this continent was profoundly shaped by its inhabitants and was not pristine. Perhaps on this anniversary of the founding of Yosemite National Park, we can give thanks for its preservation and hope that we learn better how to work in concert with wild places. On this day in 1949, the People's Republic of China was established. At precisely 3 p.m., Mao Zedong mounted the Tiananmen entrance gate to the Forbidden City and proclaimed the new state. The red flag with 5 stars was unfurled, and a 21-gun salute was sounded. A Soviet-style military parade followed. On this day in 1964, the free speech movement was launched on the campus of the University of California, Berkeley. At the time, loyalty oaths were required from the faculty, and overt political organization by students was strictly curtailed. On this day, a former graduate student named Jack Weinberg was sitting at a table on campus sponsored by the Congress of Racial Equality, known as CORE. Campus police demanded to see his ID. When he refused, he was promptly arrested and placed in a police car. As word spread of the arrest, upwards of 3,000 students gathered in protest. With Weinberg still in the car, students climbed on top, using the police car as a platform to make speeches. The protests lasted more than 24 hours until the charges were dropped. It was the beginning of a new movement at Berkeley that would help define the 1960s. On this day in 1924, Jimmy Carter was born in Plains, Georgia. Today is the beginning of the federal government's fiscal year. What should be the simplest accounting task, opening a new set of books, has of course devolved into a circus. And to those who observe Yom Kippur today, we wish a good Yontif. And that is the Observatory, Wednesday the 1st of October, 2025.